dear students, greetings for the day from Umadevi Children's Academy. This is Vikas Gupta, your class 7th computer teacher. So today we are going to start our chapter number 7, iterative statements in Python. So this chapter we shall be covering in 2 sessions. So today in the first session of this chapter number 7, we are going to learn about iterative statements and for loop. Okay, so before we start, let's ensure, are you sitting in the quiet place? Are you in the proper network? Are you having stationery with you? Do you have put your cell phone in landscape mode? Are you wearing the headphone? Okay, so let's start. So dear students, in the previous chapter, you reviewed the basic concepts of Python, its functions, operators, and conditional statements. In this chapter, you will learn about the iterative statements. In a program, there are situations when we have to repeat one or more statements many times. This repetition can be carried out using loops in programming. Let us understand the concept of a loop with the help of a real life example. Suppose your instructor instructs you. Suppose your instructor instructs you to run and take 5 rounds of the playground to warm up. Before you start running, you fix a starting point. On reaching the starting point again, you complete 1 round. Then you take the second round and so on. This way you keep track of the number of rounds until the process of taking rounds gets completed. Now, let us analyze the above example using programming to understand looping. Okay, so let us say the control variable in C. Okay, in this example, we have taken the initial value of C as 0. When you complete the first round, the value of C becomes 1. After the second round, its value becomes C is equal to C plus 1. Okay, means 1 plus 1 equal to, and so on. So this value will get incremented each time the process repeats. After incrementing, the control variable C will be checked against the maximum number of the repetitions, which is 5 in this case. Okay, so let us understand this example with the help of a flowchart. So look at here. Firstly, we have started. Then we have take starting point as C. Then let C is equal to 0. Okay, so the condition is here. So are the numbers of round greater than or equal to 5? Okay, so if it is yes, so we will stop, and if it is no, then take more rounds. Okay, C is equal to C plus 1, so we will get 1 more round. Okay, so this process will continue until the value of C becomes 5. It means the loop will continue for 5 times and then it will terminate. Okay, so the advantage of using the looping technique in programming is that it reduces the number of instructions and also the memory space. So iterative statements, the statements that keep repeating themselves as long as given condition is true, are called iterative statements or repetitive statements. As soon as the condition becomes false, the loop terminates. These are also called looping statements or simply loops. An iterative statement is based on 3 values. First one is a start value, initial value. Okay, here it is C is equal to 0. A test condition. Here it is C is less than or equal to 5. Third is a step value, increment or decrement. It is C is equal to C plus 1. Every loop with the help of a variable known as the control. Every loop works with the help of a variable known as the control variable. The initial value of the control variable is assigned at the beginning of the loop. Then the final value of the control variable is specified. And finally, the step value of the control variable is defined. Okay, It is either incremented or decremented by the given value at each step to reach the final value. In Python, there are two types of iterative statements. First one is for statement and second one is loop. So first one loop is, so in Python there are two types of iterative statements, for and while. So first one is for loop. The for loop is used when we are sure about how many times a loop body will be executed. It is also known as a definite loop. In Python, the working of for loop is based on various operators and functions. The syntax for using the for loop is for, then variable, in, sequence. So loop body statements to be executed, or for, variable, in range, initial value, final value and step value. So it is the loop control. It is suppose this initial value is x is equal to 10, final value is x is equal to 20, step value is default value is 1. So this is the loop body statements to be executed. Before we proceed further, let us first understand the concept of membership operators. Okay, so membership operators are here. Membership operators play an important role in controlling the working of a loop. There are two membership operators, in and not in. Out of these, the in operator plays a significant role in the working of loops. Let us understand the in membership operator. The in operator. The in operator is used to check if a given value exists in the sequence or not. It evaluates to true if it finds a value in the specified sequence, else it returns false. The syntax is here, value in sequence. For example, if you want to check whether number 10 is if you want to check whether number 10 is present in a given sequence of numbers 1, 2, 3, 10, execute the following code. So look at the program number 1, print 10, then in. Okay, they have given in loop here, 1, 2, 3, 10. Okay, so it is showing here output true. In the above example, the program checks whether number 10 exists in the given list or not. If yes, the in operator will return the value true, otherwise it will return a false value. Similarly, if you want to check whether a number entered by the user is present in the given list or not, type the following code and observe the output. So look at the program number 2. They have given a is equal to, okay, integer value, input, enter a number, okay, then print a, okay, in loop, okay, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So using in membership operator, we have got output here. They have entered the value 20, so it is true. Then enter a number 67, so it is false because we have not given this number in the list. Okay, in the in membership, using in membership operator. So using in membership operator with for loop, consider the following example. Okay, here they have given for loop. Okay, then they have given, okay, they have given in membership operator 10, 20, 30 and 40. Okay, so print I. Okay, so then they have printed 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, so it is a in membership operator with for loop. Okay, so the students, look at here. The following steps are involved in the execution of the for statement. First one step, the in operator will first check if there is a value in the list. If yes, then in operator will return the value true. If the value returned by in operator is true, then the loop control variable I will be assigned a value from the sequence. Step number 2, the print statement will print the value assigned to the variable I. So one note is here. Every time the in operator returns true, a new value will be assigned to the variable I and it will be printed. So this process of printing values will continue until the last value in the sequence is used. The loop will terminate after printing the last value. The range function used for loop, the range function used with for loop in Python is helpful in generating a sequence of numbers in the form of a list. For example, range 10 will generate numbers from 0 to 9, 10 numbers. syntax is here: range, initial value, final value, and step value. Here the initial value is an integer specifying at which position to start, while the final value specifies the end, and the step value specifies either increment or decrement at each step to reach the final value. While using the range function, the final value is always 1 less than the last value, 1 less than the last value in the given sequence. The use of the range function can be understood by the following example. So look at here the program number 4. Okay, here we have used the range function. Okay, I is equal to 10, print I. Okay, in membership operator, range 10 and 20, means range is 10 to 20. Okay, so I is equal to 10, so they have got true. In this above code, the initial value of the variable I is 10 and the final value is 19. 20 minus 1, so it is 19. Each time the loop executes, the value of I is incremented by 1. So the final sequence will be 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Now the variable I, which is in this case is 10, will be checked within this range. As 10 is present in the given range, so the output of the program will be true. Okay, now try some other range. The output of the program will change accordingly. So look at here, I is equal to 10, print I. Okay, in membership operator, range is 100 to 200. So tell me, in 10 and in 100 to 200 range, 10 will be present here? No, so it is false. Look at here, step number 1, the initial value of the I variable is assigned 10. Using the range function, a sequence is created with all the values between 100 to 199. Yes, so the in operator will check whether the value of the variable I exists in the sequence or not. If the value does not exist in the sequence, the in operator will return the output false, so it have given false. Using range function in for loop, we can use the range function in for loop to iterate through a sequence of numbers. Look at the program number 6. Okay, for loop is here I. Okay, in membership operator 10, 20. So print I. So what will be the output? 10, then 20. Okay, so using for loop operator in operator. Okay, using for loop with in operator. So the for loop executes. The initial value 10 is assigned to the variable I. The value of I 10 is printed, the counter variable is incremented, the next value, which is 20, is assigned to the variable I, and the same is printed. Okay, very simple. Now let us see how the range function works in for loop. So look at here, for I, okay, in membership operator range 10 and 10 comma 20. So it will take the range 10 to 20. So print I multiplied by I, means whatever we will get here. Okay, look at here in the output. First one is 10 into 10, it is 100. Then 11, okay, 1 is incremented, 11 into 11, it is 121. Then 11 is incremented by 1 and 12. So 12 into 12, 144. So look at here, when we use the range function, it creates a sequence of all the values between the initial value and the final value minus 1. In this case, a sequence of values between 10 to 19, 20 minus 1 is equal to 19, is created. And the square of all the values from 10 to 19 are printed. Okay, so dear students, here is the step number 1. The for loop executes and the range function creates a sequence of values between 10 to 19. The initial value is 10. Okay, it is assigned to variable I. The square of 10 is 100. Okay, so by default the counter value variable is incremented by 1 and its square gets printed. So the step 3 continues till the last value in sequence 19 is assigned to the variable I and its square is printed. Now if we change the step value or increment the value in the range function by 3, see what happens. For I in range 10, 20 and 3. Okay, so print I here value of I is incremented by 3 every time. So it will be incremented by 3. So firstly we have got 10. Okay. So we have got 10. Then we have got increment of 3. So 10 plus 3, 13. Then we have got 13. 13 plus 3, 16. Then here like this the variable is incremented by 3. Okay. So it's very simple. Now program number 9. To find the factorial of a number. Factorial of 5. Okay. 5 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1 is equal to 120. So look at here, printing factorial of a number. Firstly we have given, okay, the variable a input, okay, integer value input, enter a number, okay, f is equal to 1. Okay, so f is equal to 1. So for 1, okay, so look at here in the program number 9. Okay, factorial of 5. Okay, so they have given the value a, they have given the value f. Okay, so for loop they have started. Okay, in membership operator range they have given. Okay, they have given range. Okay, so the factorial formula they have used here. So they have printed the factorial of the number is f. So they have entered a number 5. So the factorial of the number is 120. Okay, so this is the printing factorial of a number. Now, dear students, here is the program number 10 to print a Fibonacci series. Okay, so this is the program for printing Fibonacci series. They have given n is equal to integer value input, enter the level up to which the series needs to be printed. A is equal to 0, b is equal to 1. Okay, print a, print b. For I, okay, in range they have given. Okay, then they have printed c is equal to a plus b, and then they have printed c. Okay, so a is equal to b, b is equal to c. So look at here, 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21 and 34. So how this came, this output, how this output came. So what happened, the user is asked to enter a value for variable n. The variable a is 0, initialized to 0. The variable b is initialized to 1. So initial value of a is printed, initial value of b is printed. Look at here, okay, 0, then 1 and 1. Now the variable, the input, the value of a is printed, the value of b is printed. Okay, initial value of a is printed, initial value of b is printed. Now the for loop executes from 1 up to n plus 1. So the next value of series is generated and printed by adding the previous two terms. C is equal to a plus b. The value b is assigned to a, the value of c is assigned to b. Note, the value of a and b is updated every time when the loop is executed. So the loop will terminate when the last value in the range n plus 1 is encountered. Okay, so yes, students, this is the end of the session number 1. If you are having any doubts, you have to just watch the video 2 to 3 times. Okay, you have to repeat the action whichever you are not understanding. Okay, so this is the end of the session number 1. The homework is you have to complete the left work within 7 days, and you have to just focus on the programs. You have to just understand all the programs, okay, by repeating, by just watching the video again and again. Okay, so I wish you all the best. Bye bye. Have a great day ahead.